Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you for all the recent support I've been getting on TikTok and YouTube over here. I appreciate it so much. And in this video, I'm going to be going over all the movement guides and steps and learning everything. I'm going to try to go over everything that I know and explain it to the best that I can. So I apologize if I do a pretty shitty job explaining it. Alright, just starting off the video, I'm going to go over some essential keybinds that you need to be able to do what I'm doing in this video. So you're going to have a move forward bind for your tap strafe binded to either scroll wheel up or down. I use scroll wheel down for that. And then you're going to need your jump set to a scroll wheel input, either up or down, anything opposite of what your tap strafe bind is. And then I'm just going to go over all my other keybinds because a lot of people have been asking me. So obviously my basics, and then I recommend having a crouch to hold bind relatively close to your spacebar, either C, V, or B, so that you can hit consistent super glides with one finger. And these are all the other binds that I use, just going throughout the line here, because y'all been asking me a lot. I'm going to explain how to tap strafe, which tap strafing is a directional change in midair, just like that. You can do it any way, however tight you want it to be. So the way you learn it is you want to start off first learning slide jumping, just like that. You want to get this consistent, get this down as best as you can, and then once you've gotten that, what you want to do is you want to slide jump and then start implementing a directional key, either A or D. You want to slide jump and implement that, and then once you have that down, since you need to implement using scroll wheel your tap strafe. So for me, my tap strafe is scroll wheel down, so you want to slide jump D tap strafe, just like that. And now if you want to do the full tap strafe, once you've gotten that whole thing down, you want to slide jump, hold D or A, and then tap strafe and turn your camera just like this. So that is a tap strafe. It's basically very simple, very easy to learn, but I recommend getting that down completely before you move on anymore in this guide, or you're going to be very lost and have a hard time. The next thing I'm going to go over in this guide is a rast strafe. A rast strafe is a directional change in the air, implementing keybinds and your scroll wheel for jump and tap strafing. So it's a lurch. It's one of the first lurches that you're going to be learning in this guide, and all it is a directional change just like this. You're cutting left, or you could cut right. So the way you do this, and the way that you should practice this, is first start walking left or right, and then you're going to jump. And once you jump, this is when you're going to cut to W, D, and S, and tap strafe. So jump while going left, jump left, W, D, S, tap strafe. Editing Juicy here. Make sure that you're tap strafing at the same exact time you're hitting W, D, and S, or W, A, and S. So tap strafe at the same exact time you're changing your direction. So I'm going to be putting slow-mo snippets throughout this video so that you guys can follow along and build your muscle memory as we go. Alright, so the next movement tech that we're going to be learning is the Peda strafe. All the Peda strafe is essentially this. You're just going forward and side to side. So the way that you're going to learn this is you're going to want to start, and I recommend this straight stretch here in firing range, right down here, and try to line yourself up with this line so you're set in the center. And the way that you're going to learn this is you're going to start walking either left or right while holding A and W or D and W. And then you're going to jump, and then what you're going to do is AW and then tap strafe into D, slide. So AW, tap strafe, D, slide, and then you're going to start cutting back with AWD, DWA, while tap strafing and bunny hopping. It's extremely simple to learn, and yeah, this is basically it. Alright, so now I'm going to teach you lurch chaining, which is, it's another lurch. It's AWD, the one that we learned earlier, and then all we're doing here is we're going to A jump, WDS tap strafe, and then we are bunny hopping and cutting back. So all we're doing here is we are A jump, W, tap strafe DS, and then bunny hopping. A good spot in the range to practice this is just right here in this big open area. Just practice this, going back and forth and cutting your momentum back. Now don't get discouraged if this takes you a lot of time. This literally has taken me thousands of hours to get down, and I'm still not even there yet. Now the next thing we're going to be learning is a backwards lurch. Now this is it in full speed. Now this is it in slow motion. And now the next thing we're going to be going over in this guide is the figure 8 strafe. Personally, one of my favorite strafes to learn and do, as it's very strong but easy to execute. Now the figure 8 strafe is essentially the same thing as a Peda strafe, but at the end of every single sequence, when you're holding a directional key, either A or D, while you're holding that, you're going to be adding the holdage of S. That's going to cut your momentum back, but also to the side, giving you that figure 8 shape. Now the next thing I'm going to be teaching you guys is the magic strafe. The magic strafe is extremely simple to learn. It's just important to know, because you can start adding it into your strafes once you start doing them. And the way that you should go about learning this is in the same flat area right around here, I recommend. And you either want to be holding A and S or D and S. So right here I'm going to be holding D and S. I'm going to start walking backwards, and then you're going to jump, lurch, and just fall into doing this. So all you're doing is you're going to be bunny hopping, turning your camera about 180 degrees, and scroll up and down. It's extremely simple. Now the next thing I'm going to be going over is the Neo strafe, probably what most of y'all are here for. First you're going to start holding D, then you're going to do DW, then DWA, AS, SD. Now that's one rotation. You're going to be doing that all while tap strafing with your scroll wheel. Now, I recommend unplugging your keyboard and actually following along with me here, just to build your muscle memory. I know it's in slower speed, but once you get this down, you'll start being able to speed it up while you're practicing in the firing range. Now we're going to get into snake strafing. Now snake strafing is all it is doing a figure 8 on top of the wall here. So this is it in full speed. This is how I have my super glides into a snake strafe. Now, before we end off this video, I just want to say thank you everybody for watching, and I really hope this made sense. And if I missed something or didn't cover something right, please let me know in the comments, and I'll try to do the best that I can at explaining it to you guys in the future. So thank you everybody for watching. I would really appreciate it if you give me a like and a sub. That's kind of weird to ask for, but everybody does it and I need it, so I would really appreciate it heavy. So again, I hope that this made sense, and I know that some points might be a little shitty at explaining. It's extremely hard to explain this stuff, and I really hope I did the best that I could for you guys. And I really hope this helped you out, and this will help you guys start becoming better movement players. Peace.